Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. And we are here for our AEW Revolution predictions. The pay per view is this Sunday, so we just decided to have a bonus live stream. I'm here with Aiden, and we're gonna go through down with all the matches and uh, have our takes on the matches and predict who we think is going to win each match.
Mm-hmm. So, do you want to start first, or want me to start first?
You want to start off with the buy-in first, or
Yeah, let's start with the buy-in first, and we'll end with Adam Culver's page. I'll just follow your lead.
Well, I'm gonna predict that the first match will probably be on the buy-in: Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander. Um, Ever since I don't know if you would say Layla Hirsch has turned heel or
Yeah,
kind of, yeah.
she has
Ever
turned
since,
heel, I think.
yeah, she turned on Chris Statlander, and they've been kind of going at it here lately. Like I was predicting this match to be on the buy-in for a couple months for the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Chris Statlander winning this one.
Okay, what's your reasoning?
I don't know if you've heard this, but AEW has kind of they've kind of lowered. Well, I don't know if say lowered down, but they've kind of had Chris Statlander not do too much of the alien gimmick thing and trying to make her a more serious wrestler. Um, but if I feel like that Chris Statlander should be the one to beat Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship, and if they're going to have her win the title, I mean, she needs some big wins like this one. But Layla Hirsch is also a very great women's wrestler, and she's improving by every match. So either way, this match is going to be a good match. But I've got Chris Statlander winning this match.
Okay, I actually have Layla Hirsch winning this match. I think that Layla has been on a roll lately. Also, her heel run has just started. I don't think that it would be best to just hand her an L immediately. Also, Statlander is really easy to heat up if you want to put her in a title picture. Look at what they did for Baker. They heated her up really quick. And also, another reason is it would be a spoiler for the women's title match. So I'll elaborate further on why I believe Hirsch to win this match when we get to the women's title match.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if Layla Hirsch won this match. It's kind of hard to choose because I like both Chris Statlander and Layla Hirsch, but Layla Hirsch she's getting better every match she's had, and I love her theme song. I love her gimmick and stuff like that. But the next buy-in match is Hook versus QT Marshall. I've got Hook win this match all the way. Hook's going to dominate QT Marshall probably, just like he's dominated everyone he's won against. Hook's like 4-0, 5-0 right now. So
Yeah, I agree with you. I have Hook winning for this. I think he's just too cool to lose. It would be a huge mistake if his first loss was at the hands of QT Marshall. Him losing is a bit too big to happen on a pre-show rather than on Dynamite.
Yeah, they've been having this feud for a couple weeks with Hook beating up the Nightmare Factory. He went against, well, he didn't go against him, but he beat up Aaron Solo. Yeah, Aaron Solo, and I don't know if it was Nick Camarada or I don't know.
He had a match against Blake Lee, I think, and just a few other QT students.
Yeah, he beat up a lot of them, and then he suplex or did do something like QT Marshall on the stage or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they've been building on this a little bit. I got Hook win this match. I like QT, but he's unstoppable right now, I feel like.
Okay. But which match you think is going to be next for the first match of the actual pay-per-view?
If I was gonna book it, probably Brit Baker versus Rosa, but
really, you think that's opening?
If I was booking it, it would be. But realistically, it's probably going to be Moxley versus Bryan Danielson, maybe.
That's what I was going to say. I think
Yeah,
you really can't go wrong with opening up with a Mox match.
yeah.
That's a match that is going to have two crowd favorites. It'll get the crowd hot. But who do you think's going to win that one?
Oh man, this is tough. I mean, they've had a very great build to this. With Bryan Danielson wanting to form a faction with Moxley, recruiting members like Garcia, Lee Moriarty, and probably some other ones too. But I got to go John Moxley with this one. He's came back and he's been a totally different. I don't want to say different person, but he's better than what he was when he first left. He's mentally. I don't know what the word to use. He's mentally. He just looks a lot better right now, mentally and physically. But this match should be a 5-star match. Bryan Danielson has put a lot of good matches on AEW with Hangman, Omega. Um, but I'm going Moxley for this one. I feel like that he should be the first AEW two-time world champion.
Okay. I actually have this one being a draw because it feels like both of these guys can't take an L. Danielson has lost twice to Page. Moxley's just come back. I think they both need a big W to help them out. So I think this should really be after a bloody match. I think they should both be bloody. After Moxley mentioned that he only teams with people he's bled with, this could be the start of their actual partnership. I think it would be a really good partnership because both guys on TV and it doesn't necessarily need to. They put on great matches together. They could easily have a stable together. I do want to see them paired up, and I think a lot of fans want to see that.
Yeah, I never really thought I would draw for that match, but it would be the best way to have both wrestlers look good.
Yeah, it keeps both of them strong.
So if they wanted to go a second time, a third time, like have a I don't maybe a seven match series. I don't know. But
well, I think they could maybe just revisit it down the line. I don't know how long or how many times you're going to have Danielson feud with people. I don't know if he really has time in his contract for rematches. I think he's only on I think he's on a 3-year deal, but I think you want to get the most out of those. I think you want to have him wrestle top guys in the beginning and then move on to younger talent. Whereas for like almost the opposite of Punk, where he's starting out these young guys, and I think towards the end of his contract, he's going to be wrestling top guys.
Yeah, but but if this match was a draw, that would be a great way to say both wrestlers put on an awesome match, a bloody match, and they formed a faction together or teamed up. And I would love to see a Moxley and Danielson tag team title run. That'd be really good.
I agree with that. I don't know if I want to see him win the tag team titles though, because there's just so many teams that already deserve them.
Yeah, because there's a lot of good, like Santana and Ortiz. If you watched our reaction last night, I should have won that Casino Battle Royal. But the next match, I don't really know how they're going to go in order, so I'm just going to go with Chris Jericho. Well, Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston could easily start the event, but Jericho and Kingston.
I don't think it will because Jericho's matches are usually slower. You want to have a faster paced match at the beginning.
Yeah, they normally do have, especially for pay-per-views, faster paced matches. But Jericho and Kingston, this one's had a lot of good promo. The fact that the last promo, they had a very, very good promo. Jericho taking shots at Kingston taking shots at Jericho. And in this rivalry, the Inner Circle, well, I don't know if you want to say broke up because Santana and Ortiz did the fist pump to Jericho. I don't know what all that meant, but it kind of split the Inner Circle a little bit. But for this match, I got Eddie Kingston win this match. Eddie Kingston's lost a lot of big matches. He lost against Moxley. He lost against Cody. He lost against Miro. But all the big matches he's been in, he's lost. I feel like that Jericho's only going to wrestle for maybe 1 or 2 more years. I feel like Kingston's going to be there for a lot longer than Jericho down the years. But for Kingston to be a champion contender, or to be a contender for a championship, he needs to start winning some big matches. And I love Eddie Kingston. He's really grown on me, so I'm going Eddie Kingston for this match.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I have Eddie Kingston winning. He just never seems to win the big one, and I know they mentioned that in his promo, but not here. I think here is beating Jericho. Really, Jericho has been playing the heel in this feud, calling Kingston like a B-tier player. Oh, you've never made it to where it counts. Everything like that. I think that this is where Jericho will start to play more of a heel, but I think that comes with Eddie beating him first.
Yeah, I agree with that. Eddie Kingston's also about every big match he's been in. He lost to Cody, Moxley, Cody. Probably I said that already. Danielson.
Yeah, he's lost to Danielson. He's lost to Miro. He's lost to Moxley. He's lost to Moxley twice, actually. He lost to Cody.
Yeah, so it's time for him to win a big match on pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to Eddie Kingston for that match. But the next match is the Andrade, Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy versus Darby, Sting, and Sammy. Really, this match should be a triple threat: Sammy, Darby, and Andrade. But we're getting that tomorrow night instead. However, this match is I've seen reports that Isaiah Cassidy and Sammy Guevara were not supposed to be in this match. But this match, I'm going for Andrade. Andrade's team to win this match. Andrade hasn't really won. It's kind of like Kingston. He hasn't won the big ones. He like a lot of the big matches that Andrade's been in, he's lost. So I'm gonna go Andrade and Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy for this match.
I actually disagree on this one. I think that Sting, Darby, and Sammy are winning this one. Sadly, I think Andrade is taking another L, but I think that this is going to be where he starts getting kind of phased to the back. Maybe he gets pushed over to Ring of Honor whenever that starts loading up again. But it's really just felt like TK has not really given him the ball. I think he does need a champion. He's definitely a wrestler who needs a championship, and he needs to be booked consistently. His booking has not been consistent at all. Him losing to Pac on their second match, it just feels like you said, he never really wins the big one in any like legitimate way. I think that Isaiah Cassidy is eating the pin on this one. So I hope that this L kind of leads to the dissolution of the AHFO. And so I think really if you want to make Andrade interesting, you have to bring in Rush and you can bring in Naito if you want to have Los Ingobernables. That'd be cool to see. I also think that if the AHFO disbands, then we could see Matt team with Jeff. The only difficult thing is I don't know how you're going to explain just Matt Hardy randomly becoming a good guy.
Yeah, I feel like once Jeff, he's obviously coming to AEW, it's just a matter of when. But obviously when Jeff comes to AEW, Matt Hardy's going to be with him. Then once Jeff and Matt Hardy get together, I would disband. I'd break up the AHFO, do like the whole thing, have everyone go their separate ways, and yeah, like you said, Andrade. I'm not really familiar with Rush or what's the other guy mentioned from Ring of Honor. Yeah.
Wait, what?
You mentioned Rush and
I just said Naito because Naito leads Los Ingobernables Stay Up Home just to see more representation from them. Since
what's been reported, the ROH brand will be AEW's NXT, like their developmental thing. So maybe they have them three team up and Ring of Honor go after the Ring of Honor Trios titles. But it's also hard to see Sting lose this match because he hasn't lost a match, and I mean Sting's in it, so I could see where Sting can then win.
I can see if they want to do a Darby Allin and Sting versus Andrade and maybe bring in Ric Flair because Ric Flair and Andrade are close, but I don't know if AEW wants that press.
I mean, that would draw a lot of people to AEW, but
a lot of criticism too.
Yeah,
I would criticize him.
I mean, it's just so much on Ric Flair. I mean, he's always going to be one of the greats, but you can't. There's a lot of controversy, or a lot of stuff. that maybe some people don't know who's watching this. Um, the next match, I'm gonna go with, if I had to guess, Jade Cargill versus Tay. I don't know which match is gonna go first, women's title or the TBS, but I'm gonna go to TBS first. The Jade Cargill versus Tay Conte. I got Jade Cargill winning this one. I don't see her losing that belt anytime soon. She's on a winning streak. I believe that they're going to continue that winning streak, and when she does lose, it'll be a big deal for whoever beats her. But yeah, I'm going Jade Cargill for this match.
I have to agree there. It is too early to take the belt off of Jade. She is really just coming into her own as a star. She is becoming a draw. Ty Conti, I think Ty is ready for the belt, like for the TBS championship, but I think that her only problem is that right now Jade is reigning. Her reign is too young. Jade has the character down. Jade is money. So I do think that Ty Conti would be a great choice to beat her. They could tell a really good David versus Goliath story with Ty using her background is judo, right? Yeah, her judo background to take down the Goliath that is Jade. But I think it's too early to do that. I think Jade should, at the very earliest, lose the belt at All Out.
Yeah, I'd probably say the same. Jade Cargill's, this is her big push right now. Like, this is her obviously first title reign, but this is gonna be one of her highlights of her career. Her first title reign, her undefeated streak. I agree. Tay Conti's ready for a title. It's just Jade Cargill's got a very good thing going, and I don't see them ending this run right now. But maybe they can revisit this rivalry, maybe at All Out or Full Gear. But this match should be a very good match. Tay Conti and Cargill. The next match is Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks. This match should be a very good match, especially with Red Dragon being in it, and you get Young Bucks and Jurassic Express. This should be one of the top matches of the night. This one's a tough one. I'm gonna go Jurassic Express with this one. They just won the tag. They've only had the titles a short period, and normally, well, not all the teams, but I like to see them have an over 100-day reign. But if I had to choose, not Jurassic Express, I got to go Red Dragon. They're one of the top teams in AEW. But yeah, I got Jurassic Express winning this match.
I actually disagree here. I think Red Dragon's winning this one.
Yeah.
Personally, I would have held off on this feud and this match a little bit longer. I think that you really could have told a more slow burn story with Red Dragon slowly like getting on the Bucks' nerves. Yeah. But I think it's really all gonna. I don't know if it's all gonna come to a head here, but I think there's gonna be a major development. I actually bet that Red Dragon is pinning one of the Young Bucks. And so that way there's just already a few feuds set up. You have the feud with Jurassic Express because Jurassic Express was not pinned to lose the belt. You have the feud with the Bucks that come from the Bucks being pinned by their friends, Red Dragon. And you also have the feud with FTR that's really been set up well because Bobby Fish has cost Dax these two opportunities now with the Battle Royale and the Casino Battle Royale. And then I also think Santana and Ortiz are taking the belts off of Red Dragon eventually.
Yeah, that sounds... Yeah, I could definitely see Red Dragon winning this. I don't really see the Young Bucks winning this match. But if Jurassic Express or Red Dragon wins, I'll be happy. I mean, like obviously the match is going to be a 5-star match probably. I wouldn't have had Young Bucks in this match. I would have had Red Dragon cost the Young Bucks this match. Well, last night had Top Flight or another team, but. This match I got Jurassic Express, but yeah, that match should be a very good match, regardless of who wins. But the next match, the Face of the Revolution ladder match. Now we still have one match to be determined in that qualifying. That's Christian Cage versus Ethan Page tomorrow night on Rampage. But so far we have Wardlow, Will Hobbs, Keith Lee, Ricky Starch, Orange Cassidy, and whoever's determined tomorrow night. And has it been confirmed that there's going to be a Joker in this, or
there is no Joker?
Or there is no Joker. So Yeah, I kind of like that because you're using your own people. But this match, I gotta go Wardlow. I mean, it could be Ricky Starks. I wouldn't mind seeing a Sammy and Ricky Starks match. That would be a. I wanted to see that match ever since Ricky Starks got in AEW. But I just really want to see a title on Wardlow. Or I could have Sean Spears or someone cost him, and I'm going to hate that if they do that. But I got to go Wardlow in this match. They got so many good heavyweights: Wardlow, Will Hobbs, and Keith Lee. Like them three right there is going to be especially Wardlow and Keith Lee. That's going to be something to see. But I got Wardlow winning this match.
I actually have Ricky Starks winning this match. I think
Yeah.
that Keith Lee is going to begin a feud with Team Taz after this match because Powerhouse Hobbs is probably going to cost Keith Lee something. They've had that little scuffle backstage. Not scuffle, but they've had an interaction backstage kind of teasing that. OC really isn't doing anything at the moment, so he doesn't really have a reason to win this one. And then I think that Christian Cage is probably going to be Ethan Page.
Yeah.
But I just don't see him going on to face Sammy. I think it would be a great match, just seeing the contrast of styles. Cage is in my top 3 favorite wrestlers in AEW right now. And I think that he is very protected, him being the first person to pin Kenny Omega after years of not being pinned. So I think Cage, he has a chance, but I don't see it really happening. And so I think Wardlow is probably going to be cost the match by, I'm assuming, Sean Spears to just kind of keep that feud going. I'm really excited for that to just totally. I'm so excited for that to just start.
Yeah, that's going to explode. Yeah, when Wardlow finally turns on Spears and MJF, it's going to explode. Like he's going to go all out. Well, they'll probably do it all out. Since I said they're going to go all out.
Mhm.
But I'm really looking forward to when Wardlow goes on his own. But yeah, I could see Ricky Starks winning this because they could easily have Will Hobbs, Hook, and Taz all come out and beat up Keith Lee and put him out, and
then Hobbs clears the path for Starks.
Yeah.
And I also think that could lead to a feud for Battle of the Belts, because what better feud to have than FTW champion versus TNT champion?
Yeah, that would be an ideal match for Battle of the Belts, and I would love to see that match. But yeah, the ladder match last year was good. So I'm pretty sure that this match will be really good, especially seeing Wardlow and Keith Lee in a ladder match. Like that's wild. But I got Wardlow. Aiden's got Ricky Starks. But the next match, I'm going to go with Brit Baker versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. Now, this match, I don't know who's going to win this because last night on Dynamite, I would not have had Thunder Rosa pin Brit Baker. Because if Thunder Rosa does win this match, I mean, she's already pinned her. So, I mean, they should have done it the pay-per-view. I mean, because it's on pay-per-view. Like, she pinned her on pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I would have really had Britt Baker's team win last night, but I got Thunder Rosa still winning, but I just don't agree with that move last night.
I totally agree. I think it's really weird that Rosa pinned Baker on Dynamite. It kind of means that if Rosa wins, it makes her win mean a little bit less because she's already pinned Baker. Yeah. So I think that was a really dumb decision. I hope this does not mean that Baker is going to be beating Rosa, because I feel like Baker's brain has gone on. Like it's getting to its swan song at this point. She's ran out of really good moments. She hasn't had a great moment in a long time, I feel. I also think that her reign has been stale. It's time for Rosa to have the belt. I think Rosa can have an almost Moxley-like reign or an Adam Page reign. Just a good face reign where the babyface is not treated like an idiot. This also makes me go back to when I predicted Hirsch would be Statlander, and that's because Rosa needs more challengers. The AEW's women's division kind of lacks heels, so Hirsch beating Statlander to establish herself more would play into that. So I feel like Rosa and Hirsch could have a really good match on a special Dynamite.
Yeah, Britt Baker's had some opponents. She beat Chris Statlander all out, Tay Conte at Full Gear. that she didn't even get a rematch. I don't think she did. Um, but yeah, I think it's time for Thunder Rosa to finally win it. They put on a very good match in their lights out match, so I'm pretty sure they're not gonna top it, but they can have another good match. But I'm going Thunder Rosa for this match, but I really hope that Rosa pinning her last night does not mean Britt Baker's winning. I mean, she's had it for last time I checked, 247 days. And they haven't updated on their website, so probably almost 300 days. So I think it's time for a new champion in that. Um, no, women's title thing. So the next match is CM Punk versus MJF. Now this match has a lot of build to it. They had their match on Dynamite. MJF beat CM Punk not once but twice. Chris is not gonna let me say that, but he won. And if you guys seen the last few weeks of Dynamite, MJF has been same thing he did with Cody, pretending to be his friend. He talked all this nice things about CM. No, he talked about CM Punk and tried to fool the crowd and everyone, but last night on Dynamite, MJF didn't really turn on him, but he beat the crap out of him, and that was a very graphic. That was a really bloody thing right there.
It was great.
very graphic. Yeah, Sean Spears had the chain, what was it, dog collar on the ropes.
He was hanging Punk by the dog
Yeah.
collar. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was I loved it, and that was very graphic. You don't see that on the other channel. But this match, I got CM Punk winning this match. I don't know. I feel like that this match is probably going to be the last of the rivalry, this feud, because they've done it since done it for a few months now. So I don't think they want to drag something out too long, and then make it where you don't want to see it anymore. But I'm going on CM Punk for this match.
I agree. I think that it's time for some classic heel comeuppance. I think that Punk is going to win. This match is going to be a Southern Gothic bloody horror match, and it's going to be so good. I'm so excited for this. It's going to be like classic. It's going to be like Punk and Raven. And I think that this match is going to make them 1-1, MJF and Punk. So the rubber match, I think, is going to happen for the AEW World Championship one day. Once MJF eventually has it, or Punk. I think it could go either way. And I think that MJF would probably win that rubber match in the future. But it's nice that we have this 1-1. So it's kind of long term.
Yeah, I think if MJF is the next, if he beats Hangman for the title, I think MJF's going to have a long reign. But the person to beat him, I think, should be CM Punk. That could revisit this feud and have it for the title on pay-per-view or Dynamite or wherever they want to have it. But I got CM Punk for this match. He's got to win. Well, he's only had one loss in AEW. It's MJF. So, that's we got to make sure. One more match left. I think we've covered all the matches. Yeah, I think that the last match is the main event. MJF. I will keep the title forever. Yeah.
Probably.
All title reigns. Yeah, it'll probably have that JBL type title reign. The final match, definitely on the pay-per-view, is for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole. This match is going to be very good. Hangman and Adam Cole, I feel like that this is going to be one of the best matches of this year. Not match of the year, but one of the best. I already knew that Adam Cole was going to be the next challenger after Lance Archer lost because he was next up in the rankings. So that's obvious. But this match had a lot of good build to it. A lot of good promos and stuff. But for this match, I got Hangman winning. I'd love to see Adam. I believe Adam Cole will be AEW World Champion one day, but I feel like that they're not. I feel like Hangman's going to win this one.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think this one's going to the Hangman. That Dynamite closer like after that image with Red Dragon and Cole with Hangman taped to the ropes, I think that just means Hangman has to win. He needs his revenge on that. It's kind of too early for him to lose the belt. They've been booking Hangman's post belt win very well, I think. He's been a credible babyface. He's been having great promos. He's been having great feuds. I'm just really enjoying it. And there's also not as many stories set up for Adam Cole if he were to win here. So like the only story that can be like really like the only seeds that were planted for Adam Cole so far in his time here in AEW would be Jungle Boy, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that Adam Cole is definitely going to be a champion eventually. I would love to see Adam Cole with the belt and then Red Dragon with the tag titles. I think that'd be really cool just to be the most powerful faction in AEW. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean, if Adam Cole won, there's really no one that he can really go against next, because Kenny Omega, I don't know when he's going to be back. He will be back this year, but not knowing when he'll be back. But yeah, I got Hangman winning this one. He's put on very great matches, great promos. A lot of people say that Hangman's title run hasn't been as good, and Hangman doesn't have enough star power. But you gotta give it. Yeah, Hangman's got tons of star power. He's put on lots of good matches in AEW. This pay-per-view should be a very great pay-per-view. It's a very stacked pay-per-view. We possibly might have someone popping in before we close. But this pay-per-view's got a lot of good matches. My match that I'm probably most looking forward to is Moxley and Danielson. What about you, Aiden? The match you're most looking forward to?
For me, it's like I'm excited to see who wins the Face of the Revolution ladder match. But in terms of the match that I think is going to be the best quality, it might be CM Punk versus MJF.
Yeah, that match is going to be really. That match is going to be probably one of the top of the night. There's lots of good matches to choose from. It's hard to just pick one, but Danielson and Moxley should be a bloody match for sure.
Punk has had my All Out 2021. He had my third favorite match of the year, him versus Darby in 2021, and then him versus Eddie Kingston was in my top 20 matches of the year. So for me, Punk has been putting on great matches. This is one I think is probably going to be his best. I think this could top Punk versus Darby.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think MJF is more determined than when he was in the first match. Just by seeing that, from last night. But if anyone debuts, who do you see it being?
I think the only debut that really is going to happen is Jeff Hardy. I could also see them announcing more with Ring of Honor. And if they do that, I could see them debuting William Regal as a manager or as a booker, someone to help head the promotion.
Yeah. There's also Shane Strickland. They're saying that that's a done deal with Shane Strickland. But they're not having a Joker, so there's not going to be any debuts right there. But, the only person I really see is Jeff Hardy. And I think his contract doesn't expire until March 9th. So it was 90 days. I don't know
how Jeff
they pulled that off. Yeah, I think so. And that's the same day as the AEW Dynamite. That's the same day as AEW Dynamite, March 9th. So I don't know how that's going to go. But, if Jeff Hardy's not debuting, I don't see anyone. I think they'll save Shane Strickland for Dynamite or something like that. Waiting on someone if they. We only got a few more minutes, so.
Yeah, I have club coming up soon.
Yeah, that was pretty much it for all the matches. I think it's gonna be a very great card. But we'll be back for Rampage tomorrow night. Hopefully it's at I think it's at the regular start time. I was so thrown off when they moved it to 6 o'clock. But we'll be back tomorrow night for Rampage. I'm gonna stick around for Mr. Jacobs to come on so he can do his predictions. I like Aiden. I will see you next Wednesday.
Yep, I will see everyone on Wednesday. Peace out, y'all.
All right. I'm just gonna wait for Mr. Jacobs to come on. He should be on here in a few minutes. But yeah, what do you guys think about the ROH? Tony Khan buying out Ring of Honor. It's been reported that they're going to have it as AEW's developmental brand, kind of like AEW's NXT. And AEW will be the main brand. So they could send like I don't know if they'll move anyone from AEW to Ring of Honor. They could just have a completely different roster. Then they could have, of course, they could have AEW stars, main roster talent on Ring of Honor. And William Regal should be the GM of Ring of Honor. Maybe down the line I can have ROH versus AEW, something like that. Um, yeah. And also, ROH has got their next pay per view coming up, and it's looking like ROH will get a new TV deal. I believe they were on another probably off the wall TV channel, but I don't know if it's been reported or not. But ROH might be on TNT. I don't know if that's true or not. Seen it on Twitter a few minutes ago. But if they are on TNT, I would probably definitely do a weekly ROH reactions if that happens. ROH on TNT because it would still be AEW programming because Tony Khan owns it, and AEW technically didn't buy it. Tony Khan did, but if they are treating it as a developmental brand like NXT, then it's basically still AEW programming with AEW stars and people who could be called up to AEW one day. Not AEW, the main roster, because it's all AEW basically. Just like you guys know what I mean. But hopefully they do get on a newer TV station. Not newer, but bigger. Because when they were on last time, their last TV deal, no, they were on Destination America and a few others. But hopefully they get on a Turner network or something. Because I would definitely do a weekly reaction to that. I don't know what day they put it on. Mondays, Elevation. Tuesdays, Dark. Wednesday, Dynamite. Friday, Rampage. Maybe a Thursday night, Ring of Honor. And they did say that those tapings, Ring of Honor tapings, are still taking place. So they're still doing tapings. So something they're gonna have to air it somewhere. And I know Impact's on Thursdays, but I don't think it's gonna hurt that they had Ring of Honor on TV. I don't think that hurt. It's gonna be taped. I don't know if they're gonna have fans or not. I don't know where they would have the tapings at though, or even if they're gonna have a crowd because I know new owners knew everything, so maybe they'll have a crowd for tapings. I couldn't the last few tapings they didn't have any fans. I'm looking forward to Haley's predictions. I think it's very interesting opinions they have. Is Chris coming on to make his predictions? No, Chris will not be on here. He'll be back for tomorrow's Rampage live reaction. And yeah, we got Mr. Jacobs on here.
Hey, sorry for my tardiness. I had a really long day today, and I had been asleep. I kind of overslept.
No, you're fine, man. Aiden, I think he might be froze up a little bit.
Oh, Let me see. Hold on. Let me try to fix that. Let me go back out and pop back in. Hold on.
All right. Mr. Scott's be right. He'll be right back. Just some minor technical difficulties, I guess you'd say. Um, but they had Ring of Honor on Thursdays. Be a whole week of AEW. Monday Elevation, Tuesday Dark, Wednesday Dynamite, Thursday Ring of Honor, or AEW Ring of Honor, and then Rampage. All right, we're good now.
All right.
Like Aiden had to leave a little bit early because he has class or whatever he's doing. But yeah, we can. I already left my predictions, but we can still do like who you think's gonna win every match.
All right. Cool. Let's just go through the matches, and I'll give you my predictions.
Let's start with the buy-in. Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander.
Oh, now this is a storyline I've been following actually because uh, Layla Hurst doing her heel turn here. I mean, I think it's needed for her. You know what I'm saying? She needs a little extra boost to get that extra push that she needs. Um, but I can't deny my love for Chris Statlander. I think she's a treat to watch in the ring. So saying that, I'm gonna have to go with Statlander.
Yeah, that's who I had to go with. I seen the rumors, or I don't know if true or not, but AEW wanted her to do less of the alien gimmick and
Hmm.
make her a serious wrestler for
Yeah.
maybe a title run in the future. But I love
Yeah.
I love Layla Hirsch, but I got to go Chris Statlander in this one.
I agree.
The next match is Hook versus QT Marshall. Hook's winning all the way, my opinion.
Yeah, I have Hook down too because his push lately has been actually pretty good, and
Yeah,
there have been people that have been kind of fickle about Hook's push. Like one day they'll be his biggest fan, the next day they're saying he sucks. But like I said before, I mean he's the kid's just starting out. You know, he's getting his feet wet. Uh, and you know, I mean with QT Marshall, don't get me wrong, he's an absolute talented person. Also trains all that stuff. But I really want to see Hook pull this off. Honestly,
yeah,
I think it's a win that he really needs.
yeah. He's beaten guys like Serpentico, one of the members
Hmm.
of Bear Country. But I don't see Hook losing on the pre-show, a buy-in. I
Right.
think Hook's going to dominate. Maybe Hook will take some bumps, but I think Hook's going to destroy QT Marshall. Uh, if Hook's going to lose, it's going to be on a major pay-per-view or Dynamite or Rampage. He isn't going to lose on the buy-in. Uh,
Right. Exactly.
uh, but the next match is Jade Carlyle versus Tay Conte for the TBS Championship.
Oh yeah.
I
See
got
now.
well,
Oh, go
I,
ahead. Go ahead.
I got Jade Cargill win this one. This is
Hmm.
her. She's she's undefeated. I don't see her losing right now. I see her maybe losing to All Out or Full Gear. I don't think she's losing that belt anytime soon.
Yeah, I had to agree with you on this one. And the thing is, Ty Conti, she is deserving of a good title push, but I don't think it's the time yet. I don't think it's quite her time yet. As far as Jade, I mean, she's been representing, and as far as as far as her performance in the ring, it's been getting better and better and better and better. And to me, I think she's kind of the most athletic out of the two. And I personally do want to see Jade win this match. And maybe somewhere down the line, Ty Conti can have a chance at the TBS belt. I mean, but I don't think it's her time yet, though.
Yeah. Tay Conti is ready for a championship, but it's just not time, like you were saying.
Right.
Uh, Jade Cargill's she's gonna eventually lose it, but not anytime soon.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one of the highlights of her career, like her first title run and her undefeated streak. Um, but yeah, the next match is Andrade, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Darby, Sammy, Sting. Uh, this match I got Andrade winning. It feels like he's lost every big match he's been in, but
Hmm.
uh, Aiden predicted that Sammy, Darby, and Sting will win. And I could see Sting winning because it's
Yeah.
Sting. It's the man called
Right.
Sting. I don't see him losing in a 6-man tag, especially.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I have to agree because I want to see him try to get a big win. I want to see him get a big
Yeah.
win. But I gotta go with
Uh,
that.
yeah, I want to see Andrade get a big win, but it's Sting. I don't. I don't see them beating Sting. Like just Sting
Mhm.
alone. Um, but yeah, I think with this Ring of Honor partnership, well, not partnership, Tony bought him out.
Mhm.
That they should have what's the Aiden was telling me about him, Rouge and well, I forget the other one he was telling me, but they could have since ROH will be treated as a developmental brand for AEW, they could have Andrade, Rouge, and this other guy win the ring ROH trios titles. I mean,
It's not a bad idea at all.
yeah, if they're gonna have ROH trios titles, they're gonna have AEW trios titles.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I feel like Andrade needs to. They need to disband this AHFO. Once Jeff Hardy comes to AEW, have Jeff and Matt together, just in this group. Uh,
I agree because I mean the group as a whole isn't really doing anything, not really going anywhere, not really
mhm.
moving the needle as they say. You know.
Like they're not winning any big matches. They're not winning titles. They're not. I mean, the only one in that group that's actually doing something is the Bunny Alley.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy is not really. I hate to say this, but I mean, when Matt Hardy first came in AEW, it was pretty good with him and Sammy and him and Jericho. But besides that, has anything worked with him in AEW?
Actually, I gotta agree with that because I mean this whole big money Matt ain't gimmick.
It's
It's
not.
not for me.
No. Um, I mean, I prefer the broken character. Um,
Yeah.
I wish they bring that back since now there's fans in attendance. But the Jericho feud, the Stadium Stampede, the Sammy matches, all those were good. But uh,
Yeah.
just once he transformed into this big money Matt, it just it's not for me. It's not for a lot of people. I don't think. Um,
Yeah.
but the next match is Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. Kind of like
Mm.
Andrade, Eddie Kingston's lost all the big matches he's been in. He lost against Cody, lost against Moxley twice, lost against CM Punk, lost against Bryan Danielson. So I think it's time for Eddie Kingston to win a big one.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I've been a fan of Eddie's for a long time, way before he stepped in the AEW. And to see Kingston and Jericho going in a match, it's kind of a I wouldn't say a dream match for me, but it's something that I've wanted to see for a while. And saying that, I mean, I've always been a fan of Chris Jericho's as well. I've been a fan of his since back in the Lionheart days. Um, but saying that, I really want to see Kingston pull this off because I think he deserves a huge win. And eventually, I want to see him go on a title push one good time.
Yeah. And he's even said that he's working out, getting more in shape to eventually being a contender for a championship. And
Hmm.
he's lost all the big matches. And I mean, Jericho's only going to wrestle for maybe 1 or 2 more years. I think
Right.
Eddie Kingston's got at least he's got more years than Jericho. But yeah, I'm going Eddie Kingston that match.
All the way.
The next match is for the tag titles: Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon versus Young Bucks. I'm going Jurassic Express for this match. They just won the tag titles not too long ago.
Yeah.
And they're a good tag team. I want to see them have the titles at least over 100 days. But I could, just like Aiden predicted, I could see Red Dragon winning this.
Mm.
But I got the Young Bucks for this match.
I actually have the Red Dragons for this one because I don't know. The chemistry between those two is, you know, is undeniable. Number one,
It's
and
undisputed.
yeah, it's undisputed. There you go. And I mean, you know, with Kyle O'Reilly and Fish, I mean, they're a very dominant tag team. If you've ever seen them in action as a tag team, pretty dominant, pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm going with them, man.
This match will definitely be one of the top matches on the pay per view. Because obviously you got Jurassic Express and Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. That's going to be one of the best matches of the night.
Yeah.
But the next match is the Face of the Revolution ladder match between Wardlow, Will Hobbs, Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, and Orange Cassidy. But tomorrow night we have another qualifying match with Christian Cage and Ethan Page. There'll be another person in it, but
Mm,
I got Wardlow winning this match.
mm.
I think I want to see a title on Wardlow. When he turns on MJF and Sean Spears, he's going to explode.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a big singles run. Uh, and I feel like I just hope Sean Spears does not cost him that ladder match. And I feel like he's going to. And then that's when he's going to turn on him. But
Right.
if Wardlow doesn't win, I'm going Ricky Starks. But I want Wardlow to win.
Mm. And for me, I mean, I would love to see Starks win it, but me
Yeah.
being a good old Texas boy, I want to see Keith Lee pull this off, because he's been through a
Yeah.
hell of a lot. He
Yes.
comes, he comes through, and I mean, he deserves a damn good push. He deserves
Yeah.
one after all the hell he's been through in WWE and everything.
Yeah.
And and thing is, we know he's a workhorse. We know he has what it takes to carry a title, you
Yeah.
know. And but yeah, I want to see Keith Lee pull this off.
Yeah. It's going to be really cool seeing Wardlow, Will Hobbs, and Keith Lee on a ladder match together.
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild. But yeah, I could definitely see Keith Lee winning this match. If he does win this match, Sammy's not beating Keith Lee. It'd be a good match, but I think Keith Lee would win it.
Yeah.
That match should be a very good ladder match. Well, that should be a very good ladder match. The ladder match last year, Face of the Revolution, it was a good match. So I have no doubt this one will be even good. Even wouldn't be better, but just as good.
Yeah.
But the next match is CM Punk versus MJF. Now that they've had MJF beat CM Punk not once but twice. They've had a lot of good build to this match with
Mhm.
promos, matches. Even last night, that was a graphic where they had the dog collar strap.
Yeah.
Uh, but I got CM Punk winning this match.
But for me, I think the way this story has gone, I mean, the story has gotten so deep.
Yeah,
It's gotten real, which is something that I appreciate in my wrestling when they throw a little realism in there. Um, and the heat that MJF has right now is like you can't write that kind of heat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh, that's all MJF. That's all him.
yeah,
And it's one thing I do appreciate about his work is that he sticks to it, man. He's
yeah,
like he's not off. He sticks to it. CM Punk, I mean, it's I think it's inevitable that CM Punk will have a big loss.
yeah,
Uh, and the thing is, I really want CM Punk to win this because of the way the whole story is going. It just seems like CM Punk would be the one to come, to defeat evil. You know what I mean? Uh, but from a personal standpoint, I want to see CM Punk win.
yeah. I think this match might be not the final match ever, but this might be the end to the feud for right now.
Hmm.
If MJF is the next AEW World Champion, Um, I could see one MJF's gonna have a long title reign, but I could see them revisiting this feud and having MJF versus CM Punk for the world title. I could
I
definitely,
love that.
yeah, I think CM Punk could beat MJF for the title. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, this match has gotten real personal. It's gotten real. I think this is probably, I mean, Jericho and Eddie Kingston's personal, but this one's probably the most realest match,
Yeah.
or not realest feud that they've had in AEW.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, the next match is Britt Baker versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. Uh, Last night they had Thunder Rosa pin Britt Baker, so
Yeah.
even if she wins at the pay per view, I mean, you've already pinned her. So I
Hmm.
mean, but I'm still going Thunder Rosa in this match, but I hope her pinning Britt Baker last night wasn't for Britt Baker to win the pay per view.
Yeah, because they do that in WWE a lot.
Yeah,
They'll have a match before the championship match, and the opponent will beat the champion in a non-title match, and then on the pay-per-view, they get squashed by the champion.
yeah,
But but yeah, I mean, on this story right here, I mean, I've been invested into it. I mean, Thunder Rosa has been a favorite of mine for a long time,
yeah,
uh, and I don't know. I just want to see her. I just want to see her win and get some gold on her waist, man. I think she deserves it. So I'm going with Thunder
yeah,
Rosa.
yeah. I got her winning. It's long, well, not over. Yeah, it is kind of long overdue, but uh, they waited a while to redo to do this match again, uh,
Hmm.
to have it on pay per view. Uh, but yeah, I got Thunder Rosa winning that match. And the final match on the card is for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. The champion Hangman Adam Page versus Adam Cole. This
Mm.
match will probably be one of the best matches of this year. I don't want to say match of the year yet, but it's going to be one of the top matches. For this match, I got Hangman winning. I just don't see him losing it this soon. And if
Mm.
Adam Cole won, just like Aiden was saying, like who would he go against next? Like Kenny Omega's not back yet.
All right.
Uh, so I got Hangman winning this one.
Well, as much as I'm a fan of Hangman's, uh, I don't know. I mean, with Adam Cole, if he was to win this match, it'll be through shenanigans. I believe that Red
Yeah,
Dragon would probably come in there and screw things up, and Cole will come out with as the winner. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is hard. This is a really hard choice for me because
yeah,
I'm a huge fan of both of them, man. And it's like I don't know who to choose. It's like you know, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Adam Cole. Just
yeah,
because I feel like Red Dragon's gonna come out and mess everything up, and then eventually they're gonna, he's gonna cheat his way to the championship. That's how I feel.
yeah. Uh, Even if Adam Cole does not win this match, he's definitely winning the AEW World Title at some point.
Mm.
It could be this
Yeah.
Sunday. He's gonna win it. Uh, but that match is gonna be one of the best matches this year. Uh,
Hmm.
Very good build up to this match. But yeah, that's all the matches that they've announced. Uh, but this match, I mean, this pay per view has a lot of good matches.
Hmm.
A ladder match, dog collar match, championship matches. Uh, but yeah, the pay per view is this Sunday. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night for AEW Rampage, and it is at normal start time, 9 o'clock Central Time. Uh, but yeah, follow us on the all our social medias on the link description below. Uh, you can keep up with all of our live streams, our special guests, everything. Uh, but yeah, we'll be back for AEW Rampage tomorrow night. Uh, so yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow night for Rampage.
Peace.